Hey, how are you? So Juan here. I am the creator of the immigration courses found in the link below. So for this video, I wanted to walk with you on how to utilize data such as evidence-based research, peer-reviewed research to support your evaluation. Now, if you're working with whether it's a hardship waiver, a U visa, or a VAWA, overall you're going to be in this process where you are supporting that client that you're working with by providing an evaluation, correct? And in that process, you're going to be taking a lot of information in. You're going to look at structured, unstructured questions. You're going to be providing psychological inventories or psychometric inventories, if you will, to overall give the evaluation more strength. So for our conversation, we're going to look at how to bring in research. Now, one of the areas that I encourage you to, excuse me, voice kind of went off there. One of the areas that I encourage you to look at would be the information brought in by the client, so the structured, unstructured questions, the information they're giving you, such as, let's say, if you have a client for a U visa case and they're disclosing to you their personal disclosure of the trauma they have gone through, right? So you're documenting that information. You're documenting a quote, if you will, direct statements from that client. So that's, let's say, Exhibit A. Now, in Exhibit B, you may give some sort of inventory. Let's say you want to utilize the Beck anxiety inventory or the PHQ-9 or even a trauma inventory. Now, utilizing that inventory with the client, you're going to have certain findings from it. Now, let's say in those findings, there's high levels of anxiety, there's high levels of trauma-related symptoms such as worry, fear of something bad happening, or fear of the worst thing happening, right? So now you have Exhibit B. Exhibit A will be the client disclosures. Exhibit B will be the notions or the findings evaluated through that inventory that they took. So far, these are two foundations that are giving your evaluation weight, if you will. And then when I look at the word weight, I think about strength, I think about power. So you are turning in this evaluation to the attorney, they're going to turn it to IC, they're going to turn it to IC, Immigration Court, and then from there, they're going to be able to review the evaluation and identify that you as the clinician have written a strong, powerful evaluation. So now we go into how to bring in data, if you will, how to bring in research. If you go back to, and hopefully you can go back there, whether you have a doctorate degree or a master's degree, I assume that you utilize or took some sort of statistics course, or a research-based course. Go back to those websites like EBSCO, right, or your master's degree or doctorate degree educational system. Let's say if you went to Duke University or Harvard, just as an example, you'd go to their library, and then in there you'd do a research find. Now, when you're looking at research, make sure it's present, so it's been in the recent 10 years or so, but you don't want to go too far because that may be dismissed. So you want to make sure that the research is pertinent or close to the year that you're at, such as right now, 2019. In addition, making sure that it's been peer-reviewed, making sure that that research has strength to it. Then you're going to try to find some sort of relationship, meaning that if you have a U visa case and the client has disclosed to you their trauma, and you also have the disclosure or the findings in the inventory that they have taken during your sessions, your work with them, then you can connect that to a research, such as a research that highlights how trauma impacts an individual, or research that highlights the need for an individual who has experienced trauma in their life to receive whether it's outpatient psychotherapy or medication support or some sort of holistic work, if you will. And then that's going to give your evaluation not just more strength and weight, but it'll also support the evaluation in the recommendations that you're providing. All right. So I hope this was helpful. If you're a clinician, if you're a counselor, therapist, psychologist, an individual who's interested in writing immigration evaluations and building a strong relationship with your referral system, such as attorneys, I encourage you to go to my workshop. It's like a school, if you will. And in the school, there is a course that teaches you everything you need to know to get started. There's a course that goes into marketing, so you're able to fill your practice. And there's a course that specifically just highlights the writing components of the evaluation. I do hope that you enjoyed the video. As always, if you have questions, if you're out there and you want to connect, I'm happy to connect with you from one clinician to another so that we're able to support each other in this journey. Take care.